Hey, welcome back to the channel. I have a really cool puzzle for us to solve today. This one is called Pond 12. It's the latest from Yuu Asaka of Japan. He's known for creating these packing puzzles where you have to fit all the pieces into the frame where the solution is never quite as you'd expect it. I assume it's going to be the same again with this one. We've got to fit 12 pieces, the fish and the water, I guess, into the pond. It's got a difficulty rating of 4 out of 5 on his scale. Solution time recommended at 1.5 hours. So let's take a look at it, get into it and see if we can solve it. Okay, so let's take a look in here and see how it is. We should have the display stand or the frame that we've got to try and fit all the pieces in, and then here we have the 12 pieces. So it looks like we've got different shapes of the water, I guess it would be, for the pond, and we've got ourselves 2 little fish as well. And you can see instantly these cutouts here where these fish, I'm assuming, are going to fit really nicely. And straight away, because it's Yuu Asaka, I do not want to put them in there. But first up, I think I'm going to need a coffee in order to help me solve this one. So I thought I'd show you my latest acquisition, which is this Assassin's teapot. So this is a really cool teapot. You can actually pour out different liquids from the same pot. So I'll show you my coffee making, if it'll actually work. So first up, we might need some coffee. And I quite like a white coffee. I'm not a big fan of just straight black coffee. So once we've got our coffee in there, then we might want to add some milk, and from the same teapot, we can then add our milk. Super cool, very simple idea, but a really cool actual mechanism. So let's get cracking on the puzzle. Okay, so like I said, I really do not want to put the fish in there, but it may be the case that they do go in there. Might be a double, okay. So straight away, I found these pieces here. So you can see there's a bit of a cutout on this one. And this looks to me like it's gonna fit pretty nicely, yeah, around the fish there. So, I mean, that looks like quite a good starting point. And have we got another? Yeah, okay, so there's another cutout for another fish. So if we put that one in there, then, okay, all looks pretty straightforward so far, but you know it's just not going to be this easy. So how about we just work on this to start with? So maybe I'm gonna go this way. Like this, we need something to fit in the top here. Have we got one that will go in there? Also, it'd be quite good just to start off with, just to, maybe if we take the fish out and just explore how tight this whole puzzle is gonna be. So I'm just gonna try and fill in the space with all the pieces to start with, and just see how much spare space we have to play with, or if it's going to be everything fitting in exactly. So just roughly to get an idea. Okay, so I can see from this that it's going to have to be pretty precise. In fact, I think there might almost be no spare space at all once we've fitted this all in. So my initial thought of maybe going on an angle like this is probably not going to be right, because we're going to need to use up all that free space. So let's try these fish in these gaps. So I had quite a nice position earlier. Let's try that again. So that in the corner looks pretty good to me. And then we need to come down here. So have we got any that are gonna, this space here is not so good. This is looking quite promising. Maybe we'll do it in record time. Okay. Of course, it's gonna get much trickier. I mean, it's kind of close. So we've got that would fit in there, that would fit in there. So yeah, there's not much spare space at all. Could it be this somehow? So we just can't leave these gaps. There can't be any gaps, so that's the problem. What else could we do? I just don't feel like those fish sitting in that position is going to be the right answer. It's too obvious. You could try lots of different ways around of doing that, but could they sit in the middle perhaps, like this? Let's have a look. we'd need them to sit around these, wouldn't we? So, how is this going to work? This. Sometimes you just don't even know how to really approach these. There's so many possible ways that it could go. I mean, that could... So there's definitely two of these cutouts, and I feel there's a reason that we've got these cutouts here. Like, they feel like they have to be placed around these fish. That feels like almost like that's got to be there, right? And you could fit that other one on top. And then we've got quite a nice setup that way. But we've got the second fish now. Maybe the second fish just sits with a bit of a gap in it. So that could just sit. Maybe there's a little gap around there. So now we need to try... So let's try and build it around this idea here. So, oh, look at this. This is quite nice. Okay. Let's try something like this. That gap's going to be an issue. What can we do about that? Not much. I wonder if these lines actually, so I've just noticed we've got these lines on these pieces. So maybe that's a clue. That could, you could be having to have all the lines in the same direction, and that would be quite helpful. So yeah, I think these lines probably want to all be in the same direction, and I think they're all going to be going horizontal along here rather than vertically. I don't know why I think that. Oh, okay, look. These fish fit together pretty nicely. Could we go for something like that? On there. Okay, this looks quite interesting. Something like this. Yes. This cutout, I guess, doesn't matter. We could put that in there. Okay. Don't know if those don't. There's a little bit of a gap here, and I don't know if that's going to matter or not. Although I don't think we can fit anything else in there. We're going to have to go with that one in there. Still that bit of gap. Something like this. There we go. No, that's not. I'm forgetting about the lines as well. I do still think those lines will have to be in the same direction. So let's try this. This one's a bit of an awkward shape. Try that one at the top here, down here, down. There we go. And no. There's a couple of really awkward shaped pieces in this one. These couple of pieces here are just, they never seem to fit anywhere very nicely. They should probably be the first ones I try and get in, I suppose. They fit pretty nicely into each other actually, now I've tried it. And then this one is also a bit of a problem piece. There's just not any space. If I put those two in there, then this one just could go down here, but then it's... No. Maybe like this. Is that? Oh, okay, here we go. Yes, this is looking good now. These two pieces are a bit tricky. So this one, again, close, just not quite there. So I think with these fish both in the pond, we're going to have zero free space. Ooh. No. Keep getting really close, thinking that it's kind of almost there, which I guess is exactly the point with these puzzles, is that you get very close and you think you're making progress, but it just doesn't really happen. Okay, let's try it this way around again, because I feel like the lines going horizontally does make more sense. This section could be completely wrong. I just don't know if these fish want to be in here or not. That just this is the really tricky bit about these puzzles, is just where are you right and where are you wrong. And now we need to fit in. So these are going to be the hardest pieces. So these are the ones I want to do next. This one looks like it will go up there. Okay, this is looking pretty good. This one, how are we going to fit this one in? Where does it want to go? This looks quite good again. Close, very close. We just need to get this one in, right. Okay. So all our lines are pointing the right way. This one could come in here. I mean, this is so close. Chop, stick it in. How about we just swap these two pieces around? Oh, no. I thought that was it. I genuinely thought that was it. Are they the same? No. Oh, look. Yes. That one, and it's done. There we go. Pond 12 is solved. As I expected, a super tricky solution. This one, I don't know how long that took, probably 45 minutes, an hour or something like that. I think it could have taken a lot longer. Maybe just stumbled across the right idea there and got pretty close with one of the attempts and then solved it. So, a really fun puzzle, very good packing puzzle idea from Yuu Asaka. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Remember, if you want to see more puzzle videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.